Hello, so today I am going to solve question number 3 of Codeforces educational round 95 division 2. So in this question you and your friend both are playing Mortal Kombat, and in this game you have to face n bosses, which are represented by an array of ones and zeros. And ones and zeros implies, so the one in this the one and so in this array the one implies that the boss is an hard boss, and zero implies that the boss is an easy boss. So but there's a catch, as both of you are playing. So your friend is not so good at the game, so he finds it difficult to kill the hard boss. He finds it difficult to kill the hard boss So what he does is he uses skip points to kill the boss. um, there are some other conditions to the questions, such that in order to play, your friend and you play this game in order, one after the other, and you can either both of you can either kill or two bosses one or two bosses. It's your choice how are you gonna kill. But the thing is, in whatever order you play, at the end you have to find the minimum number of skip points. You have to minimize the number of skip points uh, by any order you choose. So you have to print. So the task of the question is to print the minimum skip points to print this. So let me explain the question. So in order to solve this question, uh, okay, first I'll explain the input format. The input format, we have t test cases. The first line of each test case gives a number n representing the number of bosses, and k is an array consisting of 0 and 1, which is actually the order in which you and your friend are gonna fight the boss. And there's one more condition, that whatever happens, your friend is going to start the match. So the first boss is going to be killed by your friend. So in order to solve this question, uh, we have to see three observations. Okay, so first observation is that that's given the question itself, that the first enemy or first boss is to be fought by your friend. So the first enemy is going to be killed by a friend. So it is, and the fact that is, if the first boss is of hard type, so there's no way he can get away with it. He has to fight with the hard boss, and you have to use a skip point. So there's nothing we can do over there. The second observation is that uh, the second observation is that uh, if you're in if you are given an contiguous subarray consisting of only one of size, for say a temp so size say t. So in order to go through this subarray uh, of bosses, you have to use minimum temp /3 number of skip points. Okay, so how is this true? Okay, I will explain it. So suppose we choose any random array 1011111011. Okay, if we choose this array, so it is inevitable that this first boss is to be fought by our friend. So our skip point till here is 1. Let our friend fight this 0 guy also, and then these two are fought by you. This is fought by my friend, increasing the number of skip point, and this is fought by you again. So till this point we have two skip points, and so it is clearly seen, to fight through this subarray we have to go through 4 double slash 3 equals to 1 escape points. Okay, this is second observation. And third observation is when I will explain you the this is not an observation, it's an edge case which I will explain when I write the pseudocode. So here's the pseudocode. So so I will get an input so I'm going to get an input t representing the number of test cases. N is equal to n. I'm going to get a n is an integer size of the array and the array itself. So what I'm gonna do, I will use two variables now. One variable is count, which represent the count of the skip points, and I will initialize it to a of 0. Now this initialization is based on our first observation that the first enemy is to be fought by a friend, and it because it's given in the question. So if our first enemy is of easy type of boss, so our count will be initialized to 0, else it will, if we have to face a tough boss in the beginning, so this count will be initialized to 1. Okay, so I think this is clear. Then I will use a temp variable, and this temporary variable I will use it to count this size of this contiguous subarray made up of 1. So I will initialize it to 0 and then run a loop from I equals to 1. So I will run a loop from first element, not the 0th, first element of the array to the last element. And in this, what I'm gonna do is if my current element a of I is equal to 1, so then what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to increase that temp variable, that is the size of my contiguous array will increase. Else what I'm going to do is else if ai equals to 0, then what I'm going to do is I will increase the counter variable by temp double slash 3 and reset temp to 0 so that the counter goes to 0 again. Okay, I hope everything is clear till now. And the third observation slash edge case which I'm going to talk about is suppose I have an array of the type 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, I have an input of this type. So if I run this above code with this array, I will get the counter 0. This is because I am incrementing the count only when I am encountering a 0. So if I run through this test case, my temporary variable will be equal to 3, but my count but I haven't increased the counter after this. So what I have to do is increase the count outside this for loop. I have to increase this count plus equals to temp double slash 3. So I think this pseudocode can be is the correct answer considering all the test cases. And yeah, this is the question.